Well, if you're like me, you like a good grilled cheese from time to time. If you're also like me, you like a good grilled cheese from time to time with some variations. I always like to experiment with my grilled cheese, and today we're going to be doing just that using apples. Hold on, don't judge. Joining me as always, Dr. Tracy Brigman from UGA here, extraordinaire. Again, I always say it, the lady with so many titles, so just look on the bottom of your screen there, there, Tracy's name. So good to see you again.
Good to see you.
But yes, grilled cheese infused with apples.
Yes, so we're gonna do bacon apple cheddar grilled cheese. So it's fall is apple season. There's so many different kinds of apples, so why not put some on our sandwich?
Let's go for it.
So it's just like making a regular grilled cheese. I have a thick, hearty white. You can get hearty wheat, but it has to be a good hearty piece of bread because of all the stuff that we're going to put on it. But I buttered it. I'm going to put it on my skillet top. I can do it in a skillet on the stove top if I want. And then I'm going to start building my sandwich. So I'm going to start with, that is a half a cup of sharp cheddar cheese. I only want half of it on, so just eyeball. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I want to spread some shredded sharp cheddar cheese. You can choose a different, I like the sharp with the apples.
All right.
So that's probably about a quarter cup. I want to spread it evenly, right?
Okay.
And then I'm going to use 2 different apple slices for this. In that bowl, I have them soaking so that they don't turn brown since I cut them already. But I have Granny Smith apples and I have Pink Lady apples. So I'm going to do 2 slices of each.
Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2.
Okay, and then on top of that, I pre-cooked some bacon. And when I cook bacon, I cut it in half because the long pieces crinkle up really easily and that keeps it flat. So I'm gonna do 3 slices of bacon, which is really 1.5 full slices.
Okay. Got it.
And then I'm gonna finish with the rest of the cheese.
Got it.
And I have built my bacon apple cheddar grilled cheese.
So through the magic of TV, we fast forward, I don't know, a couple minutes while we've been snacking on all kinds of bacon and apples, and you've got the finished product here.
Yep. So once it's browned on both sides, you're just gonna take it off, put it on your plate, serve it with your favorite chip, a pickle, and then you have your bacon apple cheddar grilled cheese. Next recipe, we're still gonna use some Granny Smith apples, and I'm gonna make a Granny Smith apple cake that's lower in fat than your normal cake. So this is really good. I use it at work all the time. My students make it in lab, and it's one of my favorite recipes in that lab. So we're gonna start with, I preheated the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure that that's ready. We don't wanna mix anything until my oven's ready. So I'm gonna start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and we're gonna put it in this big bowl, so we don't make much of a mess when we stir. And then I have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, not powder, but baking soda, and then a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of nutmeg. And those are my dry ingredients. So I'm going to whisk those together because I don't want any clumps of seasonings. I don't want any clumps of baking soda. I want to make sure it's well mixed before I add anything else. Okay, that looks pretty good. So to the dry ingredients here, I'm gonna add my apples and my pecans. So I have some apples soaking in water so that they didn't turn brown. So we want to drain them. Drain them, yes.
Drain.
Yes, they have been rinsed and thoroughly washed, but I do want them to be drained so that they don't, I didn't want them to brown. So we're gonna put that in here, and now the flour is gonna coat it so that they won't brown. And then I have a quarter cup of chopped pecans. If you want to add more and make it a little bit more nutty, you can add some more pecans. So I have 2 cups of two cups of sugar.
Got it.
And then instead of oil, this is what makes it lower in fat. Instead of oil, I'm going to use a cup of sweetened applesauce.
Applesauce.
So it's going to make it moist like the oil would, but it doesn't have the fat that the oil had.
All right.
So that is my 1 cup of sweetened applesauce. And then that is a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then there are 3 eggs that I whisked together, 3 large eggs.
All right.
So then I simply mix these wet ingredients together till it looks like it's well mixed. So you can see why I need a larger bowl, because if I tried to put that in there, you would have to be very careful with your stirring. So now I'm just gonna mix this until it's just mixed. You know, I don't need a hand mixer, that's why I like this too, less equipment that I have to get out. I'm just gonna mix it till I don't see any pockets of flour, and then it looks like a good, oops, see, I still made a mess with this big bowl. So once this is all mixed together, I have prepared a 9x13 baking dish that I sprayed with some spray fat.
Not applesauce?
Not applesauce, but spray fat. I didn't butter it and I didn't oil it. I did spray fat, which uses less. So here's my prepared pan. And then we're just going to put that in my prepared pan. Make sure it's even. My apples I diced medium. The big thing is that they're all about the same size so they all cook. I did leave the skin on for the same reason I left it on with the grilled cheese. I like that those extra added fiber and vitamins and minerals. But if you want to, you can take the skin off. Okay, so once it's evenly spread out, I'm gonna put it in my preheated 325-degree oven for about 55 minutes. And you know it's done when you do the toothpick test. You put the toothpick in it, and if your toothpick comes out clean, it is finished. And we have our non-alcoholic spiced apple fizz.
Very simple recipes that you too can make at home. It's easy, just log on to farm-monitor.com, go into our recipe section, download it, print it, do whatever you want, set your computer up, and you can follow along. And it's, again, real simple. If I can do it, then anybody can do it. So,
That's right.
Tracy, as always, thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next month for another edition of Meals from the Field.